nose is always cold. And you can see my husband behind me, but we're keeping this one pretty chilled. So what's up? It's been like 4 weeks since I've talked to you guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't have much to report. I had I don't want to say I hit a stall because the scale was moving. It just kept moving back and forth between the same amount of weight. So let's get started. I am VSG Mom Geek. I had VSG surgery on December 22nd at Beaumont Royal Oak Hospital in Royal Oak, Michigan, blah, 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 with Dr. David Chingelis, and yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about that. Oh, my high weight was back in August time frame. It was 313. My last week's weight was 200.1. This week's weight is 196.2. Woo woo. So this week I entered into Wonderland. 11111. I'm super excited about that. It took forever. And when I mean forever, I mean 4 fucking weeks. I was 203 pounds on week 7, and I went from 203 to 200.1 back and forth for 4 weeks, for a month. I was really disappointed. I thought for sure that, you know, I just really botched up February. I knew I was working out and eating right and doing the best I could, but I had lost like 2 pounds because I got down, yeah, like 200.1. But I did my in-body assessment. For anybody who's watched my videos, you know that I go to a fitness facility that does these amazing in-body assessments. You stand on a machine and it calculates all of your inner stuff. I will take a print screen of my results and then I will plug it in here. Love technology. We'll see if that worked out. But in this area, the results should show how I actually, in the month of February, lost 12 pounds. But I had gained 10 pounds of muscle, and my overall body now is made up of more muscle than it is body fat. Like when that was told to me last week, well, earlier this week, I cried. I cried my eyes out. And if you follow me on Instagram, I cried my eyes out on Instagram. It's currently Shark Week, so I just feel like shit. But I've been emotional all week, so that kind of explains all the tears. But it's also just really emotional to know that everything that you're doing is paying off. So one of the really big things I wanted to touch on in this video is I know everybody talks about you can't trust the scale, and that's true, you can't, but I do still use it as a tool to kind of guide me in the right direction every single day. But having the ability to have something like an in-body assessment done, I strongly encourage everyone to do it if you can find a facility in your area or something, because you should know what's going on inside. Not all the time does your girths tell you. You can take your measurements all day, every day, and they're going to change. They're going to be inconsistent, but knowing your body fat percentage and your muscle mass and your skeletal information and your water weight and stuff, that really puts stuff into perspective and is super, super cool. So yeah, love that. And again, in Wonderland, I will post all my stats down here. Boop, 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 boop. I'm usually pretty good about that because I know it's a lot of numbers and you just spout this shit off and then it's hard to keep up. I thought I would bring up a couple things that I've realized this past month that I haven't talked to you guys. So I've always been, since day one, on the fence about the surgery, and I've always talked about how I hadn't felt my restriction or anything. That has actually become a reality. I do feel it now, which is great. I am eating regular foods all the time. I am going to tell you, meal prep is a key ingredient to my weight loss success right now, is meal prep. Staying active, get involved with challenges that are going on. I know that they always tend to motivate me. Right now I'm a part of doing the 31 days, 31 March challenge or something like that. You use your Apple Watch and it tells you how active you've been, and you want to close all your rings for 31 days of March. And that shit ain't no joke. It's hard. Mine is set to like 770 calories a day for my activity level. So that's a lot of activity. You also have to stand at least once every 12 hours, well, for 12 hours throughout a 24-hour period. And then you also have to raise your heart rate over a certain amount of time per day. And I think mine is like 45 minutes, somewhere around there, that my heart rate has to stay elevated. So meal prep and staying active, those are huge, huge, huge components. But then my restriction, my sleeve, it's real, guys. I love it. I do. I'm 100% in love with my sleeve. It took me a good 9 weeks before I started to feel it. I was on a semi-liquid type diet for up until that point. But since I started eating whole foods or regular foods, yeah, I can take a couple bites and I usually feel pretty full. And with that fullness, it is also satisfied. Like, I don't feel hungry or upset that I'm not eating more. I mean, you still have to do the work though, because the type of food you put in your mouth, that's all on you. You can put shit in your mouth all day and you're not going to lose weight. So be conscious of that. Read those nutrition labels. If you need help, there's a bazillion YouTube videos on how to read labels and the nutrition, how it's all broke down, how calories and macros work. Get on that, because that's going to be your new life. But your sleeve, best decision I've ever made. Only regret is that I didn't do it earlier in life. I would love to not be 35 years old and just now being in the best shape of my life. That would have been great if it was in my 20s or something. But with struggling with PCOS and then struggling to have children and then finally having the children, everything happens for a reason. This was my path. So I'm meant to look badass at 35. Well, by the time I'm 36, all should be in order. I thought I would share with you some other things that I've learned this last month. Portion control. I know that I struggle with finishing food that's on my plate, eating all the food that's in front of me, portioning out the proper amount of food that I should eat. So one of the tricks that I use, and I know a million other people in the community does, is, see my hubby? Oh, hi hubby, you're so cute. Baggies. So I portion out what I'm going to eat for my meal prep all week in the little baggies. I love the snack size baggies. They're perfect for snacks. The sandwich baggies are greater for larger size items to eat, but if I eat what's in this bag, that's all I eat. I don't have a whole bag of food sitting in front of me where I can just keep munching on it. Especially some of these slider type foods. If you are curious about slider foods, I can do a video on them, or you can look up other people's videos. There's tons of them that give you really great ideas of what some slider foods are. Those are the things that when you eat them, they basically just don't get stuck in your little filter or your funnel. They kind of slide right through your sleeve. those are foods you want to avoid because they slide right through your sleeve and then you don't feel stuffed. You just keep feeling hungry, so you keep filling the shit in there. But I also thought I would share with you some of the snacks that I've been eating because I'm a snacker. I am in love with JoJo's chocolate bark. Sleeve Me Seymour had posted a 10% link in her Instagram, and I used it to get a couple bags, and best fucking thing ever. So they really do kick the craving for chocolate. They're made out of dark chocolate, dried cranberries, and there's some raw pistachios and almonds. They're non-GMO protein. There's 7 bars in a bag. 160 calories per bar. There's 12 grams of fat, 12 carbs, 4 fiber, only 8 grams of sugar, and 5 grams of protein. It's probably not the healthiest snack, but it's definitely the healthiest, yummiest snack that's going to help you curve those cravings. I don't know, kick the cravings. So you eat it and you really do feel very satisfied afterwards. You don't feel like you need to devour an entire bag of Hershey Kisses or something. So these are great. Another thing, a friend of mine just actually bought me these from work. They're 72% dark chocolate and vanilla, gluten-free, triple chocolate brownie crisps. These are only 100 calories. You get three crisps. 4 grams of fat, 17 grams of carbs, 2 fiber, 2 protein. These are delicious too, and they're about that size actually. They're really decently sized, and it's just like a crispy brownie, but it's delicious. Obsessed. I can't even tell you. Like all the granola, and granola is not the greatest thing. It is high, can be high in sugars, can be high in carbs, so they're not the best, but it's better than potato chips or other shit that I can put in my mouth. It looks like about 3 grams of protein. None of them have more than 6 grams of sugar. I can live with that, and that's probably from the dried berries that are in it. They're about 110 calories per serving, and that's 1/3 of a cup. About 3 grams of fat, 20 carbs, and 2 fiber is pretty consistent amongst them. So about 18 net carbs, but I think they're very filling, they're delicious, and like I said, they're definitely a better approach to snacking than all the other shit like Oreos and cookies and ice cream, or I don't know, anything else that you could possibly think of. It's a better alternative. I love these in my 000 yogurts in the morning. I have my little 1/3 of a cup, or sometimes I just snack on them in the evening. I like these Simply Truth organic ones. These are from Kroger's. They're $3.99 a bag. That's really great because these are 12-ounce bags. These are pretty large. For $3.99. I know that at Trader Joe's they're like $10. And these are phenomenal. Those are just 3 of the many flavors. I think I have another bag or 2 on the counter in there. Another thing that I found, I love the Simply Truth Organic brand. If you have a Kroger, hit that shit up and just look through all of the health food item. It's right outside the produce usually. These are unsweetened coconut chips. They are crispy a little, so they taste like a chip. They're 70 calories for 2 tablespoons, 6 grams of fat, 3 carbs, 2 fiber, so 1 net carb, less than 1 gram of sugar, less than 1 gram of protein. So you're not going to get protein out of them, but you're also not getting fat or, sugar or carbs or any other shit. And for 70 calories, this is way better than any potato chip you could ever fucking try to eat. And they taste good. I like coconut. It makes me feel like I'm on a beach somewhere and I'm just sitting here in my living room in my underwear and eating coconut and feeling really tropical. Ooh. These have been my obsession too. These are Skinny Pop popcorn mini cakes. They're cinnamon and sugar. They are 120 calories for 20 cakes. 20 cakes. Let me show you the size of this cake. So that's not huge, right? But 20 of these for 120 calories. Yes, please. 3 grams of fat, 19 carbs, 4 grams of fiber. So what, 15 net carbs? And then actually 8 fiber. So 11 net carbs and 3 grams of protein. These bitches are made out of popcorn. They taste like a little bit like rice cakes, but they're made out of popcorn. It's like the list of the stuff that's not in it is crazy. And they are delicious. So whoever made these is a genius. Complete genius. With that, you also have the actual popcorn. I didn't realize how popcorn is a really good alternative for snacking. Same thing, about 10 net carbs, 2 grams of protein, 150 calories, but that's for just under 4 cups. You can eat 4 cups of popcorn for 150 calories. This is stuff that I pack like in our backpack and shit when we go to the movies, and I sneak this shit in. Yeah, 39 calories per cup. Start snacking on this. Just do it. Put this in your mouth and take out all the other junk, because this is great. This is phenomenal. And it doesn't taste like dirt. It tastes great. Oh, I'm clearly passionate about my snacks. Sorry, these are open. I just shared some with my mom. Kale chips. So I really like kale chips. I make them myself. They don't turn out as great. I buy the crunchy ones. These are from Kroger. These are just the original. These are made without nuts, vegan cheese. They're made with sunflower seeds, chickpeas, carrots, tomatoes, and kale. Those are the ingredients. 150 calories for half of the bag, 9 carbs, but there's 5. So 4 net carbs, 2 grams sugar, 5 grams of protein. Yeah, I'll eat these all freaking day. Probiotic, kale. And because I get them at Kroger, listen, let me make this clear. I am not hating on Trader Joe's. I know everybody loves Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's, but these are $10 at Trader Joe's and they are $3 at Kroger. So I'm sorry, Trader Joe's, but I could buy 3 bags and I didn't get fat from not eating. I like food. So I'm gonna buy the cheap one so I can buy more of it. Clearly. And then I'm gonna always continue every month. I don't know why. These Zone double dark chocolate, 12 grams of protein. I know that there's a bazillion bars out there. I know that most of them are about, you can get some good ones that have like 30 grams of protein in it, but they taste like shit. They taste like shit. Or like, I don't know. They do not taste as yummy. If you are a chocolate person, like this is my jam. This is my go-to. It is delicious. 190 calories. I can live with it, whatever. 22 carbs. Not great, but I'm not gonna cry about it. 12 grams protein, 14 grams of sugar. I usually have these in the morning, or if I skip breakfast and lunch accidentally and I have to run, like I run. I've been training, so I'll usually eat one to give me some energies. But these are delicious and they're great. And a friend just recently mentioned they're good with pretzels. I don't recommend the pretzels only because they're, well, you can just eat the bars by themselves. Yeah, so that's that. Those are my favorites for the last month. Some of these were carryovers. Well, actually just basically the protein bars. But, all right, fine. Let's get naked. That's what we're here for, right? I don't personally see or notice any difference. The phantom fat or whatever it's called, that shit's got me all messed up. I don't know. I'm like gonna kick all my snacks. Don't hurt the snacks. Love your snacks. Okay. So I don't have good undergarments on today. I apologize. They're all in the washer. I have a race in the morning. My husband and I. Yeah, let me make sure I'm clear on this. These are not abs. These are ribs. I thought they were abs. And I got all excited. I'm like, man, I'm getting ripped as fuck. Nope, I'm not. I'm still just not. But I do work my abs out. I try to. Several times a week. I do work out. 5 days at the very minimum. Normally 6 days. So yeah. So this, I don't know if you can see me. This is horrible lighting. I apologize. I look like a ghost. Oop. Yep. Just pulled my underwears down all the way in the back. Good thing my camera's not back there. All right. So here it is. I'm stuck in my pants. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. This is my body now. I feel like strange. I felt like I broke ribs or something. I was having my husband help me feel my rib cage because I feel like I have ribs down here. I don't know. I don't understand my body anymore. It's all strange. So I don't know. There's a lot of loose skin. Not too bad though, I think. Mostly down here. But I think if you look back at some of my earlier videos, I get naked in like every video almost. So you'll get a good comparison. This is, I mean, like I'm doing this now and I was like, rah, rah. So I think that's good. Let's see. Can you see me? I can't tell. I'm working on this, but I don't know. I feel weird about all of it because I can't tell. My arms, sometimes like when I'm doing different like exercises, I feel super, super, super buff. But then I think that my arms are the place that I notice extra skin, like in here. I'm gonna get closer, I'm sorry. All in here, all this. Like there are times in the mirror or something, if I'll catch myself on a good angle and I'm like, oh, I have such small arms. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I don't. Those are the things that probably bother me the most. I don't wear tank tops or anything, and that kind of sucks for running sometimes because it gets really hot and you want to wear a tank top, but I'm very self-conscious about my arms. I can like pull them up. What the fuck? Yeah, those are gonna have to get done. And without getting like all nudie, there's no boob in the bra. It's an illusion. I'm just faking it. There's nothing in there. Like, this is a bad angle, but all this is just, it's just nothing. I just fake it. So those will have to have some work done. Usually you can see right, yeah, you can kind of tell, but you can see right underneath them too. They're just these flat little pancakes in there. But that's okay. My hubby still loves me. That's all that really matters. And my butt feels sad all the time. I want it to be like happy and up, but it's not. Whatever, right? This isn't about that. It's just about showing you progress and what I'm working on. It's not about bashing my body. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I'm a million times happier with my body than I had been in forever. So, I'm gonna get going. But, so people ask a lot lately. I wear a size 12. I have not had to buy clothes yet, thank God, because clothes are expensive and I'm cheap and I don't stay in them long enough. But I was just given 5 or 6 pairs of dress pants and they're all size 12. They all fit really nicely. I can still fit in a 14 without them falling off completely, but they are skinny jeans. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. All of my 16s, yeah, those are no's. Shirts, I believe I'm a pretty decent large. In like a t-shirt. It's hard. I don't have any clothes. So my mom actually is who just gave me the pants and she gave me 2 t-shirts and they're both larges. And I definitely think that there's definitely some give. So I could probably wear a medium. I've not tried it. And these are used clothes. So I don't know if they've been stretched. I don't know how much dress pants stretch out or not, but just to give you some type of idea, I guess. My stats are in the description box below. I'm 5'6", so pretty tall. Yeah, that's that. Oh, people ask me constantly what I do to work out, so let me put that out there too real quick. I wanted this to be a 10-minute long video and it's 27 minutes. What the fuck, Cap? Get on board. Okay, stay focused. So I go to the rec center. Like I've mentioned in the past, it's the best bang for the buck. My kids do a lot of activities, so they get discounts on those at the rec center. There's also swimming pool and like community perks. Plus there's the indoor track and a big weight center. So we work out there. I run at least 3 miles 3 days a week. And we do weights. Then 2 to 3 days a week, I go to a facility called Applied Fitness Solutions. That's also in the description box below, where I do circuit training. It's a high intensity circuit training, and that's an hour long, and it's total body, it's weight, and muscle building at the same time. So I'm doing everything. And then usually once a week, I pretty much don't do anything. I try to at least get my rings in. But outside of just like typical activity and maybe 30 minutes of running in place or doing something silly to get my rings in, that's about it. If anybody has any questions or concerns or comments, definitely comment below. I love all of your guys' feedbacks and questions. I mean, like, I've had some really strange questions down to what type of deodorant I wear. So I don't think there's anything you can ask me that I wouldn't answer. Yeah, and that's it. I love you guys. I'm sorry it took me 4 weeks. Like I said, I didn't have much to report, but then on top of it, life has just been pretty crazy. Don't forget to set your clocks forward tonight and say a prayer for us. Tomorrow's my first race of the year. And then after this weekend It's pretty consistent all the way out to my 150-mile run in May and my marathon at the end of the year. So staying on top of it. And if you're interested in my progress there, I usually post a lot on Instagram. So follow me there. Oh, and I did mention in my last video that I have a big thing coming up, like a surprise, or I guess, but I'm going to have a YouTube giveaway coming up. The details I will post on YouTube as well as Instagram, and it's gonna go a month. The giveaway is going to be open for a month, and it will close after a month, and you'll have plenty of time to participate. So don't worry there. Okay, I love you guys. Sorry this video is so long. I'm so chatty. Just fast forward to where I get naked. I know that's all anybody cares about. All right, love you. Bye.